Hello everyone. So in this video I'm going to tell you about how to set up SQL Server and to connect SQL databases to the VS Code. So let's get started. Firstly we will go to the Google Chrome and search for MySQL. We will go to the MySQL downloads. Then we'll go down and select this MySQL Community GPL download. And we click here MySQL installer for Windows. And then we'll click here MSI installer 431 MB. And we will click here now no thanks, now just start my download. So as you can see the downloading is started. We'll wait till our file gets downloaded. As you can see my file is downloaded. Now before installing this file we have to install Visual C++ redistributable. So we will write in Chrome Visual C++ redistributable, and then we'll go to the first link and we'll go little down, and here we will see for 64-bit operating system. So we'll click here and it started to download. So we'll first install this and then we'll install MySQL. We'll go to the download folder and click here, and we have to agree these terms, install it. It is going to install and you have to wait for some minutes. Yeah, it is done successfully, so we can close it. And now we have to install MySQL installer. I selected yes, and now I will select server only, and then click next and then execute. It is installing MySQL server. I will click next again. Now I will again click next and again next and then next. Now I'll write the password over here. I have to confirm the password, so I'll click next, again next, next, and execute. So after this more than half work is done. Now we have to set up the databases to Visual Studio Code. Now I'll finish the operations and now close this window. Alright, so up till now we have done more than half part of our work. So now we have to set the environment variable for MySQL into the system environment variable. So we'll search for environment variable, but before that we'll search for this PC to copy the path of MySQL. Then we'll go to the local disk C, then program files, then we'll search for MySQL folder, and then again in MySQL server 8.0, and then in bin folder, and we'll copy the path from here, and we'll have to paste this path in the environment variable. So we'll search for environment variable and we'll click on edit the system environment variables. So now we have to click environment variables, new window will open, and we have to click on path. Then we have to paste path over here by clicking on new button, but I have already pasted the path: C program file MySQL, then MySQL server 8.2, then bin. So I'm not going to put the path again, so I'm just clicking OK, then OK, and again OK. So now we will check for MySQL in command prompt. So we'll search for command prompt and type a command over here: MySQL -- version or -- version. So we'll enter and then we'll get the version of MySQL, and then we will log in into the MySQL using the root user. So I'll write command MySQL -u, then root, then -p. Then it asking me to enter the password. It is a password which I entered while installing the MySQL. So I'm going to enter that password only. Now it is successfully connected. Your MySQL connection ID is 10. It is showing, so it means it is connected. Now I can perform the operations on my SQL server. So like I am writing the command for showing the database. So I'm writing show databases. It will show me the databases which are existing in the server. So yeah, it is showing information schema is there, MySQL is there, performance schema is there, sys database is there. So these are the 4 databases which are present in a MySQL server. So with all this done, the only work which is pending is connecting our SQL database to VS Code. For that we'll open VS Code. But before that we'll open this PC to create a user. We'll go to local disk C, then program files, then into MySQL folder, then in MySQL server 8.0, then in bin. uh, we'll right click on bin and then open in terminal. So more option, yeah, open in terminal. We'll open it in terminal, then we will write some commands. MySQL -u or -u, then username we have to provide, then -p, and then press enter. We have to provide password over here, which we used while installing MySQL. So I'm providing password. Yeah, so now I need to just write command for creating user. For that I'm writing command. Don't worry, I'll be pasting command in the description so you can copy it from there. So I'm creating username Vaibhav. I'm using the old password, which is the native password, which we use here. So I'm writing a password for this user 123456. You can write anything. It is a weak password. I suggest choose a strong password. So I'm just putting semicolon and then pressing enter. So now our user is created. Now we just need to grant the privilege to the user. So I am writing command to grant privilege to the user. So this command grant all the privilege to user Vaibhav. So it is done. Now we have to validate the user. For that we'll write command we'll press enter and now it's done. Now we need to go to VS Code and now we have to install extension by clicking over here and we have to search for MySQL. We have to open this and then install it. It is installing. Yeah, it is installed. So you can close this and also close this. Now you can see MySQL over here. We have to add connection by clicking on plus button. So it is asking for host name. So as MySQL server is installed in our system, so we need to provide local host as the server is installed in our own system. So now it is asking for user. So we have to provide default user, which is root. and then the password which we used while installing MySQL. So I'm writing password, pressing enter. It is optional, so I can skip it. Now it is created. So now when we click on localhost, you can see some databases are already present in our server. So if we want to create a new database, then we just need to right click on localhost, then new query, and then we can write a SQL command to create database. So the command is create database and then the name of the database. So I'm going to name XYZ. I'm going to run this command, and yeah, you can see finished MySQL query and it is inserted. So if I refresh this, you can see XYZ over here. And if we want to create a new table inside this database, then we can create similarly, like writing the command over here and executing it. So this is it for the video. So if you found this video helpful, please vote this up and subscribe if you haven't.